There seems to be a new Congress strategy to fight the Bajrang Dal backlash. As the Congress Bajrang Dal ban promise backfires, it releases a corruption rate card to keep the focus on a 40% Commission Sarkar slogan. Karnataka Congress has released a corruption rate card in a hard-hitting ad campaign against the ruling BJP. In it details figures of crores looted by the BJP in the last 4 years and alleges, again, this is an allegation from the Congress, the corruption rate card also says that the cost for the CM post was 2,500 crore rupees, while the cost of a ministerial berth is 500 crore rupees. The Karnataka Congress has released it in both Kannada and English. This is a big development when it comes to the entire backlash that the Congress has been facing over the whole manifesto promise, where they said that they would be essentially banning any organization that disrupts the harmony and peace of a state, naming the Bajrang Dal and the PFI. Now, again, senior leaders of the BJP have been hitting out at the Congress for that manifesto point. And to get us more on this latest development when it comes to the Congress's corruption rate card, we're crossing over to our senior editor, Pallavi Ghosh, for more. Pallavi, could you give us more details about this corruption rate card and what it says?
We also need to understand the context, and the context is that being battered and badgered by the BJP over the Bajrang Dal issue, the Congress has decided that we are not going to indulge in any diversion from our core issue. Right from day one, the strategy has been very simple, 40% Commission Sarkara. Now, in this report card, essentially, they've given out details of how much is the level of corruption, which sectors are the level of corruption. So the politics behind this is that even as we move out through the last 3 days of campaigning, which ends on Monday, and there are big road shows being planned by the Prime Minister in Bengaluru, Rahul Gandhi's road show also being planned. At this point of time, the Congress wants to go back to the basics and its earlier electoral slogan, which is that corruption. And the reason why the Bombay government needs to be defeated is because of the high level of commission which people have to give in order to get the routine jobs done.
Is this likely to have any impact on the... All right, sorry, Pallavi, please stay with us. There's some more breaking news coming in right now. As the Congress fights the Bajrang Dal backlash, senior Congress leader Jairam Ramesh has tweeted out bringing in the language debate politics in the poll-bound state of Karnataka. Jairam Ramesh has tweeted out an attack on the BJP, saying that the HM has claimed in an interview that the BJP stands for promotion of all languages. One, is that why the Modi government has spent 640 crore rupees to promote Sanskrit and just 3 crore rupees to support the promotion of Kannada, one of the 6 classical languages of the country? To get us more details of this, we're crossing back over to our senior editor, Pallavi Ghosh. Pallavi, over to you.
Well, it's very interesting when Jairam Ramesh is now trying to bring a discourse which is very dear as far as the southern states are concerned. Look, the southern states have often complained about the fact that there is an invasion of the North, to use their words, how there's an attempt being made by a northern party like the BJP to impose their culture, whether it's language or whether recently few months have seen the controversy over the local milk, which is the Nandini milk brand, so on and so forth. And therefore, the Congress today, at this point of time, wants to ensure that the focus is on 2 issues, the Kannadiga pride or the Kannada pride, and therefore Jairam Ramesh raises the issue of the language. And second, of course, as we were talking about a bit earlier, Aisha, on the corruption issue.
Absolutely. Now, considering that this seems to be another flashpoint between the BJP and the Congress ahead of the polls, do you think this particular matter will escalate when it comes to what Jairam Ramesh is saying in his tweet?
Well, I think the Congress party would certainly want this issue to escalate, and I think it will be a part of their strategy. We've been seeing in the last 24 to 48 hours, even while the Congress is going on a self-defense mode over the Bajrang Dal issue, they're trying to bring the discourse back into issues like corruption, language, culture, the whole Kannadiga pride concept, because Congress's calculation is that this is something which may work for them, and it's unlikely to have any impact on them as far as the whole Bajrang Dal issue is concerned, because the Congress belief is that in any case the BJP's stronghold is not Karnataka, coastal Karnataka, and the Congress is not going to be able to budge that kind of a vote bank and swing it in their favor. Congress's focus is largely on central Karnataka, some pockets of North Karnataka, of course, and also their traditional vote bank which stays with them, some Vokalinga vote bank, some kind of Muslim vote bank, and so on and so forth.
Now, you as well have been reporting from the ground in Karnataka. You've been in Bengaluru. You've been speaking to the residents and voters. What do they have to say? Have they ever brought up the language debate as a voters' issue?
I'm sorry, if you could repeat your question, please, Aisha.
Absolutely. So you've been on the ground reporting from Karnataka, which is heading to elections in just a few days. When you've been speaking to the voters and the residents, especially in Bengaluru, have they ever raised language as a voters' issue?
Bangalore should be a little bit more of a cosmopolitan city, as we know. And over here, it's a fusion of different cultures and languages. But as far as the other areas of Karnataka is concerned, language is certainly an issue. It's very difficult to communicate with people because not many of them understand Hindi, not many of them speak English, and so on and so forth. And they're proud of the fact that they speak only to Kannadiga as their language. And therefore, I think Congress's calculation is very strategic. Raised this issue about the BJP being a northern party which is trying to impose its culture on Karnataka, whereas Congress has always been ingrained as far as Karnataka politics and culture is concerned.
Absolutely. Pallavi, thank you so much for joining us and for giving us those crucial details. We'll continue to track the developments in this story. Right now, we're going to listen into some reactions.
ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರು ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಈ ನಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಕೊಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ನಾವು ರೂಪಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಮುಖವಾದಂಥ ಆಂಜನೇಯನ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇತಿಹಾಸ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿಯಾದಂಥ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಿದೆ.
जाती सेकुलरिज्म को जिंदा रखो. अरे कौन सा सेकुलरिज्म जिंदा है? मैं संविधान के आईन के सेकुलरिज्म को मानता हूं. मैं सियासी सेकुलरिज्म को अपनी जूती पे भी नहीं रखता हूं. अब आप देखो ये कौन सा सेकुलरिज्म है कि कल देश के वजीर आजम प्रधानमंत्री मोदी कह रहे हैं कि जब आप वोट डालेंगे तो बजरंग बली का नारा मार के वोट डालना. आप बोलो ये कौन सा सेकुलरिज्म है? तो आज क्या हुआ? आज मैं देखा कि कांग्रेस के जो कर्नाटका के प्रदेश अध्यक्ष है डीके, क्या नाम है? डीके शिव कुमार, उन्होंने ये बोल दिए कि अगर कांग्रेस सत्ता में आएगी तो हम और हनुमान मंदिर को बनाएंगे. बोलो आप, अगर मैं आज खड़े होकर तकरीर में बोला पूरे कर्नाटका के गरीबों और मजलूमों तुम 10 तारीख को वोट डालने जाएंगे तो पहले अल्लाह अकबर का नारा लगा के बटन दबाओ, तो ये पूरे मीडिया वाले बोलेंगे ओ ओवैसी उधर लेके चले गया.
All right, we're crossing over to Congress's Sanket Yanagi, who's joining us on the line right now. Mr. Yanagi, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. There are a couple of things that need to be discussed. One is one of your party leaders, Jairam Ramesh, has just tweeted out an attack on the BJP, saying that the Home Minister has claimed in an interview that the BJP stands for the promotion of all languages, and again raises a question about how apparently the Modi government has spent about 640 crore rupees to promote Sanskrit and just 3 crore rupees to support the promotion of Kannada. Can you explain, again, the reasoning behind this new flashpoint that your party is going to be taking ahead of the polls?
See, what BJP speaks and it preaches and what it follows are entirely different. There cannot be any coincidence. It is not the first time. Every time they say they would promote all the languages, all the cultures, and they equally treat every language and culture. But their conduct is entirely different. They somehow wanted to impose Hindi in the southern India, they failed. Similarly, they wanted to impose Sanskrit, they failed. Ultimately, they must understand that India is a country wherein it is unity in diversity is the plethora of India, and that is the recognition India has in the global map. The Britishers did realize it. They also divided on the basis of communal lines or the language lines, and they failed ultimately once the people of India united and fought them against. Similarly, somehow BJP is trying the same lines that of the Britishers to divide the country on the basis of language, on the basis of religion, on the basis of culture, on the basis of communities. This is not acceptable. Unfortunately, the Britishers left that divide and rule policy in India and it is being somehow followed by the BJP. And that is not acceptable. This is against the plethora of unity of India.